My name is Charles Story. As chairman of the Nashville Career Advancement Center Board of Directors, I'd like to thank all of you for being here today, particularly given that this is the Thanksgiving week. And thank you for supporting Opportunity Now. I'd like to thank the McGruder Family Resource Center, Catholic Charities, and the Metro Arts Commission for hosting an experienced work team of 14 and 15-year-olds this past summer. I'd also like to thank Workbay there in the back somewhere for developing the employer portal, which was very successful. Opportunity Now has many ways employers can engage, and one of the most important is by hiring young people directly, being the first employer. Being the first employer is critical. More than ever, young people need job skills. They need the opportunity to develop a work ethic, think critically, make decisions, be productive, develop important interpersonal or soft skills, and of course, make some money. Right now, I'd like to introduce Kathy Gurley from the nonprofit You Have the Power. Her organization sponsored 2 high school interns this summer, and she'll review the importance of learning to work by working. Kathy?
Thank you very much. For those of you who know You Have the Power, we are a very small nonprofit. And thanks to HCA, we were able to have 2 interns work with us, added to our full-time staff of 3. So we almost doubled our work staff just through Opportunity Now. Both of our interns were in high school, very different personalities and backgrounds. But by the end of the 6 weeks, we had a high-functioning young team offering significant contributions to our agency. In website development, in social media planning and implementation, and in updating important resource guides. They benefited by learning to respect each other's contributions. We also required them to do a weekly journal, which enabled us to see what skills they were learning and if there was an area we needed to fine-tune. By doing this, they were able to see how well the work they did went beyond the desk, how it went and impacted the general public, the court systems, and the legislatures. We also gained an important glimpse into how our agency message was received and perceived by teenagers. And they helped us fine-tune that message. Frankly, I was sorry to see them go. If given the chance, I would definitely hire them. As I was telling Mr. Story earlier, a lot of times other of my peers would say, you invited 2 teenagers into your office for 6 weeks. It was like a shot of vitamin B12. It was so energizing, so refreshing, and so valuable. And I am sure, like I said, I would hire them again. And wherever our interns land permanently, they will make definitely make a difference to their organization and to our community.
Thanks, Kathy. Now I'd like to introduce Mayor Megan Barry. To me, Mayor Barry is a true visionary. I believe Opportunity Now is the biggest job creation effort probably in the history of Nashville. Just think about it. Last year, the Nashville Career Advancement Center sponsored only 150 jobs. I was tempted to steal the mayor's thunder, but I won't. I will let her tell you about how many youth were employed this summer. I will say, though, the number is incredible, simply incredible. Yes, leadership does make a difference, and she did not pay me to say that. Okay. Mayor Barry.
Charles, thank you for that. I am standing here, but I represent so many other people who stand next to me and behind me who made this possible. And I have to give a shout out. I have to give a shout out to so many of them who are here. Ellen Zinkowitz was critical. She was at the Nashville Career Advancement Center. She made this possible. And Ronnie Stein, also from my office, who made this possible. And absolutely, this first year of Opportunity Now, we accomplished a lot. And I get to talk about those accomplishments today. let me share a couple numbers with you. As Charles just said, the challenge to our community was to put 10,000 of our kids to work this summer in paid, meaningful experiences. Going from 150 to 10,000 was a pretty big lift. And when we challenged not only the Career Advancement Center, but also the businesses in our community, the not-for-profits, to step up, boy, did they. I think it speaks to Nashville's community. We had over 362 employers who said, we have jobs for young people. They had total 11,587 jobs that came through the portal. And of that, we were able to connect 6,205 with employers, and then another 1,689 in positions that were also expanded when we were able to raise $1 million from the private sector so that folks like Kathy and others could have that opportunity. Altogether, we employed 7,894 of our youth. So going from 150 to that many was pretty amazing. You know, I think it's really important to talk about where this got started, because this actually came out of the mouths of the youth when we asked our youth, what do you need? We had convened some youth violence seminars and talks across our community, and our youth stepped up and said they wanted opportunity and they wanted access. And this also happened to coincide with another conversation that I had with a youth at the time who was my own son. He was, at that time, a junior in college, and he said, Mom, I need an internship. And I said, sure, let me call my friend Dave, and you can talk to Dave. And so he called my friend Dave, and after that, he called me back and said, I talked to Dave, and Dave's going to give me that job, but I don't want to take it if the only reason I'm going to get it is because I'm your kid. I said, the only reason you're going to get it is because you're my kid, because you're totally not qualified. And that pretty much sums up our youth for that first job. And so I knew that as the mayor of this city, I had to open that door to those 300 plus employers and say, please hire our kids. Give them that chance. And I am so grateful for the community that did step up. And I think the kids had a pretty good experience. And I want to read some of the quotes that some of them gave us as they were walking out the door in the survey. Some of these may make you laugh. So one of them was, one of my favorites was, this Opportunity Now program has gotten me out of my comfort zone in a very positive way. Now I can say something with confidence without being nervous. And we know how important communication skills are as people go out into the workplace. Another one, I appreciate everything that they did for me and everything they taught me and all of the love they showed me. I have never loved a group of strangers more in such a short amount of time. Or this one, which is my favorite. Before my internship, I thought old people were moody and grumpy. But I learned that this was inaccurate. I loved working with them. They were amazing and caring. And for those of you here, we're the old people in this scenario. And finally, Thomas Thompson, who worked at 50 Forward Center out in Bordeaux, said, I have turned into a young man now. I'm not some kid from the hood. And that's the power of putting youth into paid, meaningful experiences. And I know that in year 2, we're going to do even better. And I think it's important to not just hear from me and others, but to hear from somebody who is actually a participant in this program. So it is my absolute pleasure to bring up Isaiah Reed, who is a senior at Cane Ridge High School. He interned at Meharry Medical College. And Isaiah, would you come up here and say a few words about what this meant to you?
Well, good afternoon, and once again, my name is Isaiah Reed, and I am a current senior at Cambridge High School. And this last summer, I was afforded the opportunity to participate in an internship out of the many that were offered through Opportunity Now. My internship was through Goodwill, and my work site was Meharry Medical College. And my position at Meharry was, I was considered a clinical intern. And throughout the summer, my Monday through Thursday would consist of going to Meharry, and then Fridays going to Goodwill and learning about financial literacy. While at Meharry, I completed clinical rotations, I sat in all lectures, and completed a medical research project. To give some insight on my experience, I would like to share my favorite clinical rotation. My favorite clinical rotation at Meharry was labor and delivery. While in labor and delivery, I actually got to witness a cesarean section, also known as a C-section. Being able to witness life being brought into this world was an amazing opportunity that for some only happens once in a lifetime and some not at all. Being able to have these experiences have inspired me to pursue a career in medicine and possibly obstetrics gynecology. Opportunity Now would not have gone as planned without those who have worked to create this amazing platform. My experience would not have gone as great without those at Meharry and Goodwill. Some of those I would like to thank for helping me throughout this process are Rebecca Tarango, Christopher Smith, Dr. Shanita Brown, Dr. Susan DeReamer, and Tyler Flott. I would also like to thank Mayor Berry and her team for providing this opportunity to Nashville youth like me. Coming from Antioch, I have seen and see fellow youth who have potential, but they need the opportunity. So I urge all employers of Nashville to help these youth out by giving them an opportunity. If you give them the opportunity, they will show you what they can do. The youth of Nashville is a community of hard workers. Let them show you and give you a new perspective. The youth are the future, and you will be making an investment in the future of Nashville. With my experience, I intend to help my community and the city of Nashville. Last summer was truly a great opportunity, and I would recommend it to everyone to help other youth like me who want to find their future career in the process. Thank you.